realize I'm using standard Allen's. It fits perfectly. It must be 5mm because that's the same as I think it's the same as like.
Is there anything worth?
No slack, no slop or anything.
Do you want to get a still over there, Frank? Is he okay?
No, not at all.
Is he
It's
okay?
perfect. It's perfect. That one size is like, and also the screws. It's almost like a 1032. You're going to get about 4 or 5 turns into it before it starts
binding up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what he's doing is pretty straightforward.
All right. I just was wondering.
Nothing special. Just a whole row of these screws. They're 2 different lengths. That's all.
The bottom ones for the extra thickness.
4 longer ones here. All the rest are the same. The same on both sides too. By the way. This thing was double-sided tape. That little insulator piece that was cut.
The mic cutter.
Yeah, that's so the so you can press on the.
So the clamp is pushing on that rather than.
Now, because on this side we had to have extra spaces to even bring it out past this line.
Right.
Because they were.
Those were the G10s that fell off, right?
Right.
Pieces, yeah.
Yeah, the G10s and also the others are actually stuck on the bars as well.
Oh yeah, I remember
So
those.
it's all intact though. That should all go back. The other side doesn't have any such impediments. I mean, nothing's there, so the other side's much easier. This is a case where you're going to do the bars first before you, and then you're going to go put your, clean this all up and put your couplings on there, and then you just go right around with
it's going to be
right up. There'll be mint.
It'll be a lot easier than the first time when you did it, right?
Oh yeah, I mean everything was all different sizes and shaped. Oh yeah.
It's a little effort to put this back together. I mean, this is like an effort.
And you didn't know what length because.
Everything. But I had to do it 3 times. I had to do this side, that side, and then all together finally, because they had to do had to seal off everything, pressurize it under vacuum, and it's just a big deal. And they wanted to find out if the thing was even viable. Don't invest any more money if you think it's working. Yeah. If it's got an internal leak or something, we got to take the valve box apart. That would be a very big deal.
When are you gonna attempt this? Coming apart, right?
Friday.
Friday? Okay. Well, I want to see somebody come down before I make any cuts. Everything's marked here. And I think this is the only place that's going out. Everything else is staying behind in the doghouse.
Okay.
So this is it, I think. This and the bolus tabs will go with it, but the bolus tabs are on the lead already. You get another Allen key, I can start over here.
I really don't.
Okay. Alright, once you want to move to this side, I'll go on that side.
One more
mark
screw
up
after
the,
this, I'm
good.
almost done.
And I'll mark up the lead.
Look over it. If nobody's interested, you can start disconnecting these connectors. I don't know if anybody wants.
I don't know who's going to be interested.
Does anybody want to do?
I don't know. We may want to check them.
This is all
the ribbon.
This is all Richie Meyer, I thought.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
maybe Richie should come.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we have tomorrow to do that, though, right?
Yeah.
This way he doesn't rush and.
If he can come tomorrow or something.
Yeah, I will.
Everything he's got. You know?
I'm a little concerned about that ribbon cable. I want to make sure it's handled slowly and.
Sure. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Richie will.
He's aware it's ribbon cable and.
All the stuff.
Yeah. Because we can videotape that too, you know what I mean?
I don't know, the D connectors, they're all labeled on both sides, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
They fit one way.
Yeah. No, I know. So.
This is routing.
That's all the screws here. This thing should be able to pry apart a little bit.
Last year sometime, Paul had me change some.
That should come apart now.
What?
All the screws are off from up. This is going through the upper part.
Okay.
And this is the lower part right here, of course.
Okay. Now, is that a screw? And there's a screw right there, right?
It's vice versa.
What's that screw right there? There's a screw. What's that?
That would be a voltage tab, but that's not holding. There's nothing attached to it.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know if that was on there. I wonder if that broke off. You know, I wonder.
Yeah.
Where did that one come? Oh, it was on one of my screws.
That's on one of your screws.
Yeah,
that's what I got. That's what I got to mark. That's
right.
Okay.
That's the B side.
Right.
All right.
So I'm telling you how to mark.
This temperature sensor can stay because it goes up with it. Because I made sure to cut this down below here. I bent these copper tubes and they all go, you know, everything worked. And then the other side is another.
So this was on top up here, right?
I don't think so. With the connector?
The voltage tap should have been on top.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Should have been on top in this position.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That's where it was last time.
Okay.
That's where it's on this other one. I need to say.
All right.
All right. You want to jump over here?
Yep. We can swap off.
All right. I just want to mark this up to him. Okay.
All right. Yeah, you're right on top of this guy.
Yeah.
Can you swap spots with you?
Sure can. Yes, you can.
All right. What's up here? That's the other thermometer. The thermometer. Yeah, Richie's got to take the stuff off the pipes and so forth.
Yeah, I think there was question whether or not they were bad or they just had to be moved. They were in a bad spot.
Well,
We had some confrontations about that as far as people.
What I sort of saw was that once they waited a little while longer, everything sort of worked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what everybody said.
It takes a while for it to get there, obviously.
Get the
Yeah.
transfer.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't think there was anything wrong.
There's nothing wrong. So maybe there's
Um,
nothing
maybe
wrong.
long.
It's just very impatient.
Yeah, I know.
It didn't wait for the temperature to get where it had to get. It takes
I know
a couple
that.
days, obviously.
I know
Didn't
that.
have instant gratification.
No, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really probably what went on.
Yeah,
That's my
so-
guess.
Tight. Yeah.
He's got a couple of
Those
thermometers.
are just threaded into the carbon
He's
back.
got a,
So they're going to have to be moved a little bit, right?
So
So
again,
you.
it's, as for tightening, you can't tighten too much.
No, you're going to keep going up and down, up and down,
So we'll go-
squeezing the end.
yeah, Richie's got to get in here and figure out what he's
Yeah.
got, what's going on.
So they're got to be slid out of the way though. Those temperature sensors, right? So I'll have Rich come out and talk to you guys,
Well,
right?
whatever they're attached to, I mean, they have to be able to separate for the upper part.
No, I'm just saying you're going to put the coupling on there, right? So they got to get out of the way. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is, well, this I guess can stay there. This one here can stay there because it's above and it's going
Right,
that way anyway.
right.
So I'm not quite. I'm sort of getting back into here, but yeah, that's right. So this is fine.
Okay. What about the ones that had the clamps on them though?
That's got it. That's
They
gonna
would
go.
down here.
That's
They
going.
can go with it.
That's going.
They
Yep.
go
No,
over
no,
the
but
box.
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, they can go in the exact location that they were or
Yeah.
they got to be moved.
No, they can probably go the same place.
Okay, I just wanted
You know,
to make
once-
sure.
I had to take them off to,
No, I thought maybe you said because I thought maybe you were going to
No,
do some soldering.
I was able to
Yeah,
cut
but
it
you
lower.
just have to.
All right,
I could cut it
just
lower. You'll have
slide
slide
up
up and down.
all right,
I mean, you could, yeah. Well, exactly. I mean, within an inch of the place.
all right. No, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, there was nothing prepared special about the pipe, though. I was going for this if you all faster, but that's all right.
And if I could go back a little so I can get a.
So I have somebody come back down this afternoon and find out because he's going to look up and find out what was open,
Okay.
just so we can check
So, see that?
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Good witness.
Same with the other side, they have it on the east side. These are all double-sided sticky tape,
Mhm.
so they should stay there.
Yeah.
And hopefully if they. See now, originally, how they had this together. You notice the way we had those bar clamps that did that, and you could draw the whole thing. Originally, they had this whole thing wrapped with fiberglass tape, all painted up solid epoxy. So we had to come along and cut all that epoxy and
shit,
pry
clean
this
all the
whole thing
epoxy
apart.
off.
What,
Wow.
what a night! It was
Nasty.
made never to come apart.
Who is they? Slack?
Yes.
Whoever had it before
Yeah.
us.
Together, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just it was nasty, dirty.
So, I mean, we had
It was
to.
they thought it was a one-time deal.
Yeah.
It was for them.
It was, that's
Yeah.
right. And when they took it apart, they just hacked stuff back.
Especially-
And it was like, holy crap, man, I had to try to fix this thing afterwards.
Especially the guys who only had 2 years left. They were like,
A lot of them were getting laid off.
or even that.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I'm surprised it was as good as it was. And then, with that regard, anyway. So, all the screws are going the same. So they're going to be either this length, there'll be 8
Right.
of them in there longer.
And that's just for that extra plate.
Yeah, it's just for that extra thickness that it has to go through. Everything else is, I don't remember the lengths, but they were right. They don't poke
Yeah.
through, and you got plenty of thread, so
Okay.
everything is funky spunky. Put a little maybe dressing, thread dressing, a little grease or something on the thread, help you out. Because you're going to be going up and down and tighten as you're squeezing that indium down. Try to make a full contact.
So So all this bundle down here is going to stay with the doghouse. It's just the bus and a few wires that are going
This,
Yeah, actually a lot of wires.
this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the only thing going with it.
up. Okay.
That's going. That's going.
That's going,
This
goes up,
and,
okay.
then,
Part of it.
and then the leads, and I think that's it.
The
I
two,
think
the
everything else
two,
is staying down.
and the one on the
These-
other side, right?
These are going up, right?
Okay.
Right.
Right. These are the
The
we call the bottom of the gas cool leads.
And the original deep
what they said.
these guys.
Well, that you
That
got.
goes
Yeah, yeah, those are going up.
That's that's going to
Yeah.
go up. But I think
You
this.
see-
I
see
think
how-
this. I think this is the only stuff that goes up. Like I said, we got to get the diagrams and make sure we're right with that.
You see how this separates from that? This centerpiece has got to come up from. If we got to pry this out a little bit,
Right.
and unstick that, wiggle that with a separator of some type to make sure it's because it tends to
Yeah.
want to almost solder itself with that indium, and we go stretch it out. It would.
A hammer and a crowbar.
Yeah.
Well,
we have to kind of spread that
we're
apart.
going to have to spread it a little bit.
a little bit, so it, otherwise
We can
yeah,
really
break
get
that seal.
get everything squared up on the crane and get everything take the load off, and then
Right.
we can at that point give it a little wiggle. Once everything is taut without pulling on it, then I'm sure we can get something in there separated a bit and then move it apart and see what happens.
Got plenty of thread.
Yeah, all I did with the surface with the indium here is just give it a good Scotch Brite.
Yeah.
And just get it clean and just oxidation off the surfaces and that's it done.
That's good.
So straightforward.
There's no polishing of